We go to Michigan for the #1 American stout as far as popularity goes. It's Bell's Kalamazoo Stout, named after the city where it all began. Bell's calls it one of their most classic recipes. It actually debuted back in 1988. They say this smooth, full-bodied stout offers a blend of aromas and flavors of dark chocolate and freshly roasted coffee, balanced with a significant hop presence. And it's also made with something called brewer's licorice, which is something that predates, I guess, the grains that were used. Kalamazoo Stout did go undergo a bit of an overhaul as far as the label goes. Maybe not the recipe, but the label changed back in April of 2019. A refreshed packaging. They also did the same for Bell's Porter, while assuring fans that inside will be the same Bell's beer our fans have loved from the beginning. It's been around for a while. It's been kind of a flagship of Bell's, and also one of the premier American porters, most well known, of course. It comes into us at 6% alcohol by volume. It's available year-round. So we're looking at chocolate, mild coffee, roasted notes, and going back all the way to 2012, August 7th to be exact, in my review posted to YouTube. I noticed the big foamy head that was bubbling up in this beer. Aroma-wise, I noted the chocolate tones with subtle roasted tones. It wasn't quite as overpowering as some stouts can be, and taste-wise, I got a flavor bomb of chocolate with a roasted flavor on the back of the tongue. I said that roasted flavor on the back of the tongue was the beer being Europeanized. I don't, for the life of me, know why I said that or what my basis for saying that was. Maybe it was just my thought process at the time, but I still ended up giving the beer an 8 out of 10. Alright, so I may not have had this beer since I last reviewed it, which, as of the time of this broadcast, probably about, or video I should say, not broadcast, probably about 8 years, I'm thinking. So right now it's June 2nd, 2021, and I reviewed this, August 7th, 2012. So 9 years, almost 9 years. So yeah, that's a long time ago. So since then we've had a little bit of a label change, which only happened a couple years ago. So I guess they used the label that I reviewed off of back then. They assure us that it's the same taste. I'm not sure if I'm going to remember the taste, having been 9 years ago since I last reviewed and probably last had this beer. However, we'll see what happens here. So, pour Kalamazoo Stout into this tulip glass and see what kind of beer we get from this pour. We're seeing a very, very light brown head on it. Completely how I would envision this style. A little bit brownish on the pour, not quite that motor oil color. You might kind of beg to differ by the way it picks up on the camera. However, I'm seeing a little bit of a twinge of brown, so not completely the way that you might think of a darker stout. Nice head of the beer's got kind of hanging on a little bit, probably about a half of a finger or so. A little bit of lacing on the side, so a good look to it. Aroma-wise of Kalamazoo Stout, definitely getting that chocolate bomb. I'm kind of agreeing with myself from that video. Maybe a very, very small hint of roasted coffee, but mostly more of a chocolate-forward presence. Thinking maybe a darker chocolate, like a cocoa. So let's get the taste now. Tell you what, the coffee flavor is amped up big time on the taste rather than the chocolate. And there is a roasted campfire-y note on the back of the throat as well to this. Just that good stoutish roasted coffee kind of taste. I would say really all around really, really good beer. It was packaged on March 8th, 2021. It's currently June 2nd, so definitely hits that 6-month range, well within it. Probably a good timing for this beer too. Really, really a good American stout. I'm going to rate this a little better than I rated it last time. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I just think aroma-wise with the chocolate's really amped up. Appearance is good. Aroma-wise, as I mentioned, good. Taste, I like the taste. Where I would knock it off a little bit might be I'd rather have it a little more chocolate forward. It was getting me in the aroma, thinking like, oh man, it's going to be a chocolatey beer. Taste wise, I'm getting more of the roasted, campfire-y kind of stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It just kind of I would like the chocolate amped up in that it's made with the dark chocolate flavors, and I kind of want a little more from the taste, but a very, very solid American stout. And at 6% ABV, doesn't really have too much booziness to it either. So really a good outside kind of campfire stout. Kalamazoo Stout, 9 out of 10.